Alrighty, hi happy travelers. My name is Karen and I am your seasoned airport agent. And the other day, my son-in-law Jake asked me about other employees at the airline, which, I guess because I work there, I kind of know how things work, but he's been a part of our family for 10 years, and so he wasn't quite aware of a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, because it takes a lot of folks to run an airline. So I kind of wanted to go over it. I kind of broke it down in my blog, if you're interested. But everybody kind of knows about the captain, which is my husband. He's the leader of the ship. He makes all the decisions as far as when it's in flight. He's the head guy. Then he's got his first officer, and he also flies the airplane and helps the captain with everything, but he's the right hand man. And then of course, you about your flight attendants. They're there for your safety, to help you primarily to evacuate in case of an emergency. That is their primary job, and they are well trained and not an easy job. Obviously, they do customer service as well, but their primary job, guys, is to keep you safe. That is why they have to monitor, make sure you've got your seatbelt on, that you put your phones away, and all the things that they ask you to do. It's very important. And then me, I'm a gate agent. I'm the one that opens and closes the door and puts you on the airplane, takes your ticket, and helps you with whatever you need. There's the ticket counter agents, which they're the ones who check you in and help you with whatever, not an easy job. And then there's the reservations agents. They're the ones that you would call. They would help you book a reservation or help you change a reservation, or if there's a problem or whatever. Those are the folks that you would call. They're in call centers. But there's so many other things that go into for the traveling public. There's dispatchers. Dispatchers, very important job. They work hand in hand doing the flight planning with the captain. They do the flight. They follow the airplane from beginning to end. They do, if there's weather, if there's an emergency, if there's whatever. They're the ones that the cockpit, the captain and the FO would be contacting the dispatcher, and they would be working things out. They do all the flight planning. Big time job. It is centrally located. For all, for whatever airline, they're going to have a place that these folks are going to be monitoring everything. Then there's crew scheduling, big job as well. They're the ones who try to keep they do the flight attendants and the pilot. So there's flight attendant crew scheduling and pilot crew scheduling, because there's lots of things that go on with that. Obviously, if there's off schedule, and they get their schedule every month, but with maintenance delays, air traffic control delays, weather delays. There's all kinds of things can disrupt a schedule of the flight crew. And so those guys are the ones who have to keep it together. Like, we've got a lot of reserve people, like sitting around. They're sitting at home waiting to be called out. So it's pretty complicated, and it's pretty amazing how they do everything, really, when you look at it. And so those guys, are sitting at a phone bank, and they're monitoring everything as well. And then there's load agents, and the load agents are the ones who tell you the weight and balance of an aircraft, the fuel on an airplane, how many bags you can take on an airplane. Another very important job. Of course, the ramp agents. Those guys are girls and guys. They're down on the ramp. They're the ones who are calculating the weight and putting the bags on the airplane and looking at the cargo to make sure that it's safe. They have a very, very important job, and it's a tough job. They're out in the elements. They're out in the rain and the snow and the ice. They do the de-icing on the aircraft. Depending on what station you're at, they may or may not do the fueling on the aircraft. There's so many different things that the ramp agents do, and they're pretty amazing. So anyway, I just kind of did a little list of things of how an airline kind of operates and what each thing is. Some of the small stations that you may fly out of, if you have 2 or 3 flights a day in these smaller cities, those guys, those employees sometimes wear all hats. Like they'll check you in, they'll go to the gate, they may be down on the ramp, they may be loading the bags. Those guys are amazing. They do everything. In this big stations like I work at, we're very specialized. You know, I'm only a gate agent. I can't go out to the counter, but normally for me, I just bid the gates, and we can bid our schedule. We can go either or. Some people like going back and forth. For me, I'm a gate agent. That's my thing. I like that. But anyway, just wanted to pass it on to you guys. iFlyRight.net, and I'll talk to you guys later.